This is a Model 1717 musket. And what makes this kind of significant in terms of firearms and small arms from the 18th century is that, like many, it is your run-of-the-mill flintlock musket. But this is the first standardized arm that the French are going to use. This is introduced during the early reign of Louis XV, late reign of Louis XIV, the Sun King, after they had fought these horrible wars against the Dutch, against the British, really against all of Europe unified against them. And one of the problems the French army had was lots of firearms as musketry and small arms starts to take over the scene, replacing pikes and a lot of closer-in weapons. But there was no standardization whatsoever, and that provides a lot of a logistical challenge. So this musket, you often see French muskets called Charleville muskets. We'll talk about that a bit later. This one is known as a Toul musket. They're named after the arsenals that they were built in. Is this first standardized arm, and this arm is going to form the basis for French small arms all the way through the 19th century with some iterations. For us in America, this is an arm that's going to see service here. It's going to be brought by the French in the 1720s, 30s, and 40s, seeing service in various wars, like the War of Austrian Succession, what we call here in America King George's War, and then also used during the French and Indian War, what in the rest of the world they call the 7 Years' War, or in Quebec, Canada, the Guerre de Conquête, the War of the Conquest of Canada. And a lot of these are going to be taken by Americans and British soldiers as prizes, to the point that we also know that when the American Revolution rolls around, several militia units, as well as a few continental units, will likely have these equipped with them.